some really good hardcore double deciding. So you got the Logan Paul crew, and they're all sitting around talking about processing the Will Smith slap, right? So one thing to notice is that the double deciders, most oftentimes, they're going to be talking more about people than the single deciders are in some ways or in some conversations. Because the double deciders are like, I have a people problem. Let me talk it out right now. Let me work it out. And what you will notice is that the double deciders will get to a resolve. They'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm settled. And then they'll move on, right? The single deciders, they'll talk about it, and they're not getting to a resolve, and they're stuck. You know, it's like the IJ always ranting about the computer, and it never ends, right? So that kind of deal. So Michael Blackston here, and I doubt that's his real name. Just going to take a guess here. But he's a really funny guy. He's a very funny guy. And definitely the biggest thing I can see in him is social type number 1. So SEFA, so he would be the same exact type as Logan Paul, which that kind of makes sense. Logan is also DE, you know what I'm saying? So they're all talking about the Will Smith slap of Chris Rock. Chris Rock also being SEFE, double feminine, play, consume, blast, sleep blast. So watch this first clip. They're going to be processing the slap.
This fire sometimes breeds inside of you where you want to go into protection mode, especially when it happens to be a woman. And by the way, I am no way justifying his actions, but I'm just talking about where that feeling sometimes comes from. Like somebody goes at your kid, somebody goes at your wife, even if it's just a prank or just a joke, man, sometimes you feel that like fuel burning inside you. Like, yo, I'm going to smack the shit out of this motherfucker for talking about my mom like that, especially if she's sitting right next to me.
You see that? So that's Mike. Mike's a really good guy. I've watched Mike for a couple of years. He's been through a lot of hell. He's a pretty good guy. I like Mike. But Mike is going all the way to trying to stand up to see Will Smith's point of view. And he's like, look, it's not like I'm defending Will Smith getting up and slapping somebody publicly, obviously. But see, the double decider is like going, all right, let me see. I got this. Let me see if I can go all the way over and go, what the hell would Will Smith be actually going through? Because they're all trying to process, like, why would he do that? Why would, it's just some random joke. Why would Will Smith get up and slap? It's like, oh, they don't understand. They don't know, Will Smith being an EJ, T.I. at the bottom, very insecure, a lot of stuff loading up, has been processing it, sleep last. Like, they don't know. It's like, yeah, that's normal. That's just how they feel. It's like why these guys like throw shit off the fucking roof. They'll throw their sensory. They cause so much chaos. Hey, why do these EPs cause so much goddamn chaos? Why'd the EJ freak out and slap somebody? It's like, life is normal. It's totally fine, right? But notice that's what double deciding is doing. Is like, it's not that Mike fucking, it's not that Mike agrees with Will Smith, but he's unable to not kind of see his point of view. That's a big thing I see people that come through with video typing. And every once in a while, people will have the observer decider coin flipped. Like a lot of times, the observers will think they're a decider because they have people issues or they're insecure or everybody hates them or whatever. I'm like, yes, absolutely. In this chapter in life, you absolutely suck with people. You're depressed and everybody hates you. Totally. I totally give you that. It's absolutely true. I've gone through it as well. But notice that you cannot not see other people's point of view.
So I'm not justifying it by any means. I'm not saying he should have done it, but I can empathize just a little bit with where that flame comes from. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel that? Like,
no, I feel that. But it was an Oscar where I think you can just flame anybody.
Yeah,
everybody's an actress. Everybody's there.
Yeah.
It wasn't about. I don't know if it was that personal. But I mean, hey, Chris Rock is a G for handling it the way he did because it could have went a whole different way.
Yeah,
real. I can't believe he just continued, bro. Dude got smacked out of his mind and then went straight into a joke. He parlayed his face.
I would have been the next day. I'd have been calling like Jacoby Myers. I mean, man, let me tell you, I would have sued Will Smith. He would have been so broke, he would have to move back with his auntie and uncle in Bel Air.
That was good. Right, that was good. That this guy's a genius. He's a comedy genius. All right, notice Mike. He's going way to the extreme of going, all right, we'll put my neck out there for Will Smith. What do you guys think? Now, as double decider, they have to then go the other way because if they start single deciding, they're like, you know what? I do agree. Will Smith was justified. And now they all know the audience is watching. It's like, wait, you guys are now tripling down on it was okay for Will Smith. So the other guys have to be like, I don't know, that was still pretty bad, right? And so there's just they can go back and forth, good and bad. And that's what the double observers, it's what the EJs and the IPs are doing magically with things and not getting freaked out, not even though they're doing it. Control chaos, SN, let me look side to side, let me do a plan, whatever. And then also notice too, the double deciding, it's going to go, you're going to see this pattern. If you look for this is all you're going to see. You're watching mechanisms. You're watching chemicals trying to balance each other. So you have the negative, I'm supporting Will Smith. Oh, actually, no. And then it has to go back to observing things. It has to go back into a joke because now they got to relieve all that pressure, right? So anybody out there, this is a learned skill, right? It's not like yes, me and a lot of other double deciders are born able to cut it, but it's like watching an athlete. It's like, hey, are you born a professional tennis player or bodybuilder or whatever? It's like, sure, kinda. You got to have the genetics for it, sure, and then you also got to work out at it. But what I'm seeing is like it is a learned skill. And if your genetics are you are a double decider, then fucking get on it. Like put 2 years into learning this shit and you can get really, really good at it. And if you're a single decider, even more so.